Hey Bailey, welcome to Pop Rock Radio. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good. Thank you for joining me. Up and coming WA artist. Well, we shouldn't really say up and coming. You've got a fair whack of stuff out, haven't you?
Yeah, a few things, a few things.
Yeah. If people don't know, it's two albums and a single, and you've just released um, No Main Character single
Yes.
released tomorrow. How's that going for you?
It's going good. It's been really fun getting to share the song
Yeah.
finally. And I love the vibe of it. So
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. We've added it to our roster, and um,
yeah.
yeah, and we're just starting a Discord server, and we're putting new music on there as well. So hopefully we'll be able to get it out to a few more people on Discord too.
Awesome.
Um,
Yay.
Before we get too far into it, on the screen, people can see a QR code. That QR code will take you to your website. So from there, people can find your social media, where to get the merch from, where to get the songs from, how to stream, everything's there. So scan that QR code and away everyone will go. So, alrighty, tell us a bit about the new song, No Main Character. How did you come up with it? How did you write it?
So I wrote this one. I was sitting in my room playing my
Yeah,
guitar, and I kind of came up with the concept of what if you were a background extra in, say, like an ad or something like
yeah,
that, and you got noticed and became the main character. And then I went into more depth with the idea, thinking of it as, well, in a way, everyone's got their own story,
yeah,
and you could be a background extra in someone else's story. But if you wrap yourself too much in the fact you're not seen in someone else's story, you're going to forget about your own story. And the moment you change your mindset and realize you're actually the main character in your own story
yeah,
is when you start to, yeah, live life and just have fun with it because you are a main character.
yeah. That's pretty cool. So people will be able to see the video clip at the end of this video. Um, yeah, once the video's released, because the video's not being released till the 14th of February, which
Yeah,
is tomorrow. And you got the
that's the
single
one.
launch, the single launch at the Rosemount.
Yes, sure is.
Yeah. So what people will get to see this video, and the launch will already have happened. So we're going to try and get down there, get some photos for you, and get some video clips and attach it to the video as well. Um,
Yes, I can't wait.
so hopefully
Thank
we'll
you.
be able to get down there. That's tomorrow at the Rosemount. Tell
Sure.
us tell us a bit about your background, because you've been doing this for quite some time now, haven't you? I think your first song was when you were about 11.
Yeah, so when I was younger, I always grew up in like music. My
Yep.
mum is Irish, my dad loves performing.
Yep.
Um, but I was a part of my school choir, and we did this massive mass choir event called One Big Voice.
Yep.
And I remember I had a solo. It was the last line of Fight Song, and I remember singing that in front of everyone. And from that moment, decided I wanted to do performing. I wanted to do singing.
Yep.
So then I enrolled in a songwriting workshop and I gave that a try. And I haven't stopped writing songs since. I
Yep.
absolutely love it.
Yeah. Well, it shows, because you've got 1.6 million streams on Spotify, 1.7 million views on YouTube. That's huge.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah. Do you have all your friends and people, react really weird to your fame?
Um,
Would you say you're famous?
I wouldn't say I'm famous. um, it's funny. We joke about it
Yeah.
in a good way at work sometimes and all that. And my work plays my song over the speakers. But my friends are great. They come to all my gigs. They're
Yeah.
extremely supportive. And yeah, no,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm famous though.
Yeah.
But
It's pretty good, because WA has got a huge music culture behind it, and it's growing all the time, and it's good to see new music coming out. And yeah, it's amazing. It's really, really good. Well done. Congratulations.
thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
do you play any instruments?
I play guitar and piano.
Yeah.
So
Oh, good.
I recently picked up the guitar maybe about a year ago,
Yeah.
and I grew up always kind of playing piano. I'm not the best in the world, but I can play chords and stuff.
Yeah. I got my my guitar behind me, and I don't get time very often to play it. And I think I'm down to about two chords, and I've got to
No,
keep teaching myself the same two chords. Hey,
yeah.
if you notice that I pull a weird face every now and again, don't be alarmed, because I've got the two studio pups sitting, one sitting just to my left, one sitting beneath me. And one's a French bulldog, one's a British bulldog. And when they break wind, they reek. And so if you see me pull a face, it's one of them's been disgusted. It's vile, hey.
Yeah, no, that's all good.
Yeah.
All good.
Hey, so in my research, I was doing a bit of research before we sat down to chat. I saw some information. You were also into dancing, is that correct?
Yeah, I grew up dancing. I did a lot of dancing growing up. It
Yeah.
was pretty much all I did. I also did music as well as dancing, and it's where I made most of my friends, where I just let loose, and yeah, I loved it.
Cool. Because I'm going to put out a challenge to everyone who watches to do a bit of a search, especially on YouTube. I was watching the video for when you were about 14, I think it was. You wrote, choreographed, and performed in a video clip of your own.
Yeah, that was surely I remember doing that one.
Yeah. Yeah, tell us a
Yeah.
bit about that.
That was fun. I remember it was so I feel like with my music, I've kind of every now and then it's like I feel like I tell myself I like level up. So I might level up on the quality, and then I might level up on the quality again, I find. And this was one of the times where I was like, this is kind of a new sound. The quality is better than my old stuff, and I wanted to go all in. So we planned a music video. I choreographed it myself. Because I also growing up, I don't know, I was very awkward around my music in the sense of people judge, and I didn't want to make it seem like, oh, look at me, I'm famous, like look at me, I do music. So I kind of I got people I trusted, and because I danced, they were my friends who danced, and I choreographed it myself, sort of. And then we filmed it, released it, and it was really fun experience. So
it looked like a fun experience. It looked really good and well done as well. And congratulations on that one as well. That's amazing, good feat. But
thank you.
Another thing that comes to mind is that from that video clip and that song, right up to this one, No Main Character, a lot of your songs have got some really good storytelling in them.
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that, actually. Thank you, because when I write songs, I very much like to portray a story in them. Especially a lot that I have recently written. I love that like start to finish kind of thing, where like you could really picture a music video to it being like, oh, that's exactly how it would go, or just storytelling. And I think also always growing up in dance, it's all about when you dance to a song, you're telling the story of the song. And if a song doesn't have a story, you can't tell the story of the song, kind of situation. Especially because my biggest style was like lyrical, which is the storytelling side of dancing.
All right. So when you sit down to write a song, can you talk us through the process? What you do? Do you have any superstitions? Any rituals you go through? Do you prepare in any set way, or does the music just come to you and you just write it down and there it is?
It really depends, actually. So usually it's at about 10 o'clock at night. I'll be playing my guitar, play a few chords, usually a 4-chord turnaround or something. And I'll come up with a concept, maybe like that I might have seen a movie and liked the idea of the movie, something based off my own life, something that I think would be interesting to try and do. Whether I do it or not is a different question. But and then I'll start writing based on that and see where that goes. And sometimes I do leave it and come back to it like the next night or something. But I love just experimenting. Like recently I wrote a song about a certain movie, and it's really cool. So
was it a Star Wars movie?
No. No. It's a class. It's kind of a classic. I think it's John Tucker Must Die was the idea for the movie. So.
Oh, cool. Hey, I've got my little pink cards here. These are 10 random questions where we get to know. I call it get to know. So this is get to know Bailey. Are you ready for these 10 questions?
Yes.
Now I've got to warn you. These questions are like no other normal adult would probably ever ask these questions. So All right.
Okay.
Name a song that always makes me sing along.
Oh, Mr. Brightside by the
Yep.
Killers.
Cool. That's still going strong in the charts. It's about 100 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's a food you just cannot eat?
I pretty much eat all foods, but I can't eat celery.
Celery.
Yeah.
Cool. Would you ever go on Australian Idol?
Probably not, in the
Yep.
sense of more in it for the songwriting side of things, and it's a lot more vocal.
Yep. Who's your favorite actor or actress?
If I'm going based on what I always grew up loving, I love Chris Evans. He's been my celebrity crush since I can remember.
Oh, lucky I didn't have that question anymore. I still might have that in there. Hey, what is your all-time favorite movie?
Probably the first Avengers movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Any reason why?
I grew up watching the Avengers. I still think it's just absolutely done amazingly to this
Yeah.
day.
Cool. Hey, what is your star sign?
Taurus.
Yep. Cool. What are you watching on TV?
I am currently watching How I Met Your Mother.
Yep. Fill in the gap. I can't live without something.
I can't live without. Oh, that's tricky. I can't live without my car. I
Yeah.
love going all around places.
Oh, cool. What type of car?
I have a Hyundai iX35.
Yep.
It's through the wrecks at the moment, but it's fine.
Yeah. We had there's another question. I'm not going to include it in this lot, but we have a question and it comes up from time to time. If you're a car, what car would you be? And we had someone respond. One of Anthea, she's a country singer over east. She responded that she's a Jeep, pretty good looking but unreliable. And I thought straight off the cuff, that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard. What do you prefer, cats or dogs?
Cats, because I have a cat myself.
Yep.
I do love dogs though.
They're stinky. I've got two stinky ones here. And final question, it's a pretty boring one to end. Are you Apple or Android?
Apple.
Yep.
All the way.
Yep. So do you produce your music on a Mac?
Yeah, so I know my producer uses Macs and all that. I am the only Apple user in my family, actually. My family is all Samsung.
Yeah.
Which does my head in sometimes, but that's okay. But yeah, phone's Apple. I'm on a Mac right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm all Android. Oh, I say Androids are for boys, Apples for girls, but I get the trouble for that. But anyway. So what's next for Bailey? What are you doing? We know obviously tomorrow night, but what's after that?
Yeah, I am hoping to release as much music as I possibly can. I'll be in the studio every Friday and hopefully getting songs out every 4 to 6 weeks, hopefully, because I just want to share what I got. And then also hopefully some more traveling, some more gigs, just everything to do with music all in. You know.
Yeah. Have you got have you done many gigs in the past?
I recently started doing a lot of gigs towards the end or the second half of last year because I had turned 18. So I was able to play in a lot more venues, which was great. But before that, I had put on a gig myself, which was really fun. Great experience.
No, it's good, but you can't wait till tomorrow night to come down and have a chat and say hello. It's going to be totally wicked. Yeah, because we've been getting out about a fair bit. And one of the things I've noticed in Perth, because a lot of our music, because we're based in Perth, so we get to see a lot of Perth-based stuff. Punk music is pretty big. There's a lot of punk bands, and we've got a great pop music culture in Perth. Do you get much feedback from guys in that scene?
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, there's heaps of great music in Perth, and I think it's very underappreciated sometimes. Yeah.
Because I know that the Perth culture and the musicians, pretty much all around Australia, they're very supportive of each other. So
yeah.
Yeah. Have you had any negative comments or feedback from your music? Because
Oh, definitely. I think it's definitely hard sometimes because people don't realize how much effort it takes, and
Yeah.
They think sometimes it's all like daddy's money,
Yeah.
and it's really not. Like, it's a lot of hard work. Like, yeah, definitely my family's invested. They help
Yeah.
me out.
Well, all
But
families
yeah,
do that. That's what you do. Families stick together. They help each other out. And
exactly. It's a whole team effort. Or
yeah,
they'll call you names, and you got to be tough. People don't realize how tough you actually have to be
yeah,
sometimes.
because it can really destroy a career before it gets started.
Yeah,
All the
and
hate.
sometimes it's also hard because people like to try and think they can influence you in the way you want to do things, and it's
Yeah.
like, no, at the end of the day, you got to do it to make you happy, not to make anyone else happy.
Oh,
If it
yeah.
makes you happy, there's people out there who want the same thing you want. So
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you can deal with any negative comments because like when you've got 1.6 million streams on Spotify and 1.7 million views on YouTube, you do get a lot of people comments, good and bad, and being able to deal with the all the comments is pretty good. And knowing that you've got your head screwed on and you know where you want to go, that's just absolutely amazing. And yeah, wish you all the best with it. But
thank you.
thank you for joining us on Pop Rock Radio.
Thank you for having me.
Nah, any time. Like I said, we'll come down and catch up with you. We'll do our best. We've got it penciled in. I've got the word out to the photographers to come down and say hello.
Yay.
So hopefully we can get there. We're going to try our best and get down and bring a camera down and get some more stuff for the video.
Awesome.
So good luck for the gig tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Good luck on the release or the premiere of the video clip tomorrow.
Thank you.
Before we go, can you talk us through the video clip? Because I know there's a little bit of gossip about it out and about and the clips of the thumbnails. It's not giving away too much. Can you?
Yeah. So pretty much what I'll say is have a listen to the song, and that's the music video.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us again. Apologies for the muck around to get us started because we did start late because of bad technical issues.
No stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too easy. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
We will.
I'm done with being confused. Mixed signals ain't trying to conclude. Waste my years trying to find love. Who knew what I had was enough? Not a child, but don't feel grown up. Still trying to figure out right from wrong. Listen to myself talk and talk, but it's meaningless and got no thought. Can anyone hear me? 'Cause deep down I'm bleeding. Hey, listen, I'm speaking. But who cares anyway? Hey, you don't know my name. I'm just here to fill the space. I'm not actually supposed to talk, but I ain't getting paid for this job. I'm just a background extra, no attention, that's my intention. Nothing going on in the story, no main character, moment glory. I see the leading man, he's beautiful, gets all the attention. Somehow our eyes meet and he starts to walk over. Suddenly I feel his hand touch my cheek. He gets close to me, something feels different. All of a sudden everybody knew my name, and I was leading this parade.